Welcome back to KIMT News 3 at 5. We're joining Storm Alert Weather Chief Meteorologist Sarah Knox. And Sarah, I have a question for you. How often does a meteorologist dream of a white Christmas?
I guess it depends on the meteorologist. Okay. Because you'll have meteorologists like Hunter. He absolutely wants a white Christmas, 100%. Me, it varies. If it's a white Christmas with the snow on the grass, I'm cool with that. But if it's on the roadways, not a huge fan. But when it comes to a foggy Christmas, not a lot of us dreaming about that. That is our reality, though, as we've come into the evening now, and believe it or not, there it is, Mason City. Happy Fogmas, we'll call it, in Mason City. And we know it's the city because we can see a little bit of the evidence of the lights. That's pretty interesting looking right there. But unfortunately, that fog is thick. And we can see Charles City, the camera sitting a little lower, so it gives us a better vantage point. We definitely see the fog there. And when we move over to the visibility map, many of us under those blacks and grays, okay, they're grays. They're not so dark as black, but hey, a lot of us, mileage, only about a half mile of visibility in places like Mason City, Charles City, even Rochester, not looking great with 1 to 2 miles of visibility. So if you are hitting the roads, just like I did yesterday for your Christmas Eve, I've got everything in yellow there for fair conditions. Fair because we're not a little further up north where temperatures are actually going to be cooling, where we're going to be warming. That's going to keep a lot of the moisture we're seeing here, whether it be drizzle, rain, or fog, more on the wet side. That's some good news. We're up north, I-94 and along and north of it. We're going to be seeing a lot of this turn over to pinks, blues, causing some icy conditions. So let's talk about it. Satellite and radar bringing some of that rain in as we speak. Light rainfall, but you'll notice it on your windshields if you do have to go out and about. I zoom things out and we can see it's all part of a bigger system, bringing snow where it's cooler further to the north. We can see some of those darker blues, the purples. I mean, even Wausau's at 26 degrees right now compared to 32 in Rochester, right at the freezing point. So as we transfer that over to the winter weather advisories, it tells you exactly where many of us will be seeing these travel impacts from the light icing possible on roadways. Something to keep in mind. I'm only sharing because, well, many of us are traveling. It is Christmas time. Maybe we haven't made it to our destination, or we're coming back. So if you're going north, that's where you're going to run into the trouble spots. Closer to home, temperatures still flirting with that freezing point. In fact, none of us below it, and most of us won't be going below it. If we do, it's for a brief moment before temperatures do rise as we go into the overnight. That's what's going to keep a lot of this precipitation on the wet side. So we'll push time forward. This is around 8 p.m., moving to around 9 p.m. And it's not going to be widespread, but it is something to watch out for. Again, a little wet tonight, staying wet and foggy into our Friday. Saturday, we peak, and then a cold front rushes in Sananda. That's going to cool us through Sunday, bringing a mix of rain and snow, and definitely on Monday, where temperatures back in the teens.
Yeah, I think I asked you earlier about the white Christmas thing, but I think I would prefer a white Christmas over a rainy Christmas. It just doesn't give Christmas vibes.
That is very true. You know, I agree with that. So yeah, and a foggy one too. It's been a bit of a mess, but
what's today? No,
yeah, exactly. We make it cheery.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Sarah, for that work.